All right, this is the vMix 2025 laptop that we're going to be recommending. It's the ASUS Tough Gaming F16. It's an Ultra 9 with a 5060 GPU, and the plan is to run the vMix Funtime live show on it this week. So we're going to have a go at that, and then we'll talk about the laptop after we have an amazing show. G'day, it's me again. This video is about new laptops in 25-26, but if you've already got a Windows laptop, I'd recommend downloading our free 60-day trial at vmix.com and see how your laptop handles things. You may not need to buy a new laptop. Now, as we mentioned at the start, this is the ASUS Tough Gaming F16 2025 edition with the Intel Ultra 9 275HX CPU, NVIDIA RTX 5060 GPU, 32GB of RAM, Thunderbolt, and Advanced Optimus. Now, the very specific model number for this particular laptop is FX608LM-BS96. Each year, we usually recommend a specific laptop and we update our website to include it on our reference systems page. The reason we recommend a specific laptop, it's so that we can troubleshoot any issues that might come up in the future. Now, as you know by now, if you've been looking for laptops, there are a lot of different brands, models, and combinations of specs. So we have a specific model so we can test that one without having to check all of the different other combinations. But if you are unable to get this model, or if you want a different brand, this is what you're going to be looking for. The Intel Ultra 9 275HX, an NVIDIA 5060 or better, at least 16GB of RAM, Thunderbolt if you want it, and a laptop with Advanced Optimus or a MUX switch. This is extremely important. In short, it allows you to use the dedicated GPU for vMix instead of letting the system determine whether you need to use the integrated graphics or the dedicated graphics. You want to solely use the dedicated graphics card for vMix. Now, in order to ensure that you're actually using the dedicated GPU on your laptop, you'll need to go into the pre-installed software that's on your laptop that allows you to interface with Advanced Optimus or a MUX switch and turn on the dedicated GPU processing. Now, each laptop brand offers a different piece of software. Because we've got an ASUS one here, we go into the ASUS Armory crate, we select the laptop, and then we go through to the GPU Performance tab and turn on Ultimate. And this will allow us to do the dedicated GPU processing on this laptop for things like vMix and allow us to get the best performance. Now, as always, I'll put a link in the description to Jared's Tech, who's an Australian YouTuber that has a great article on MUX switches and Advanced Optimus and includes a list of laptops that supports it. And he also has a really good YouTube channel for laptop reviews if you want to go check that out. We purchased our laptop from B&H, and I'll include a link in the description. I think we paid around $1,900 at the time, although it can be discounted. And it was about $3,500 Australian with all the fees and duties and things like that. Now, you might be wondering why we buy from B&H. It's because they have a pretty good worldwide shipping policy, which means that we can recommend a very specific model from them, and people should be able to buy them and have them shipped to their country. Now, old laptops will also work with vMix just fine. However, I'd stick with the ones that we've recommended in the past. I'll include links in the description to all of the previous year's laptops. Last year, we recommended an Intel i9 14900HX CPU, and the year before that was an i7 13700H. Now, we still have 7th gen i7s lying around the office here, and we even did our monthly show with it last year. So you can still use older laptops. Ideally, you want something from the last few years though, as they'll include some newer features such as resizable bar and AV1 encoding. Remember, good CPU, dedicated GPU, and Advanced Optimus or a MUX switch. Those are the three big things you want to look for. Now for the important thing, what can this laptop do? Well, we thought we'd be a little bit adventurous this year and run the vMix Funtime live show on this laptop. That means 4 SDI cameras via an AJA IOX3, 1 NDI input, multiple intro videos and montage videos, images, 2 NDI outputs, 2 full screen outputs, 1 program record, and an AV1 stream to YouTube. We had single-digit render times for the show, so it handled it pretty well, and this was all done at 1080 5994. However, we don't recommend doing 60p productions or replay on laptops, so 6 to 30p production for best performance. I've also been testing the laptop all week in our lab with 4 cameras via a DeckLink Duo 2 in a Thunderbolt enclosure, an NDI input, an AJA USB UTAP input, multiple videos running on loop, 2 records, 1 stream, 3 NDI outputs, and 1 HDMI full screen output to a field monitor. Handled it totally fine. We run these tests for hours and hours and hours on end and have had no issues. We've been pleasantly surprised with the Core Ultra 9 processor, as there's been a recent shift towards power consumption and AI as opposed to pure computing processing on these CPUs. The Core Ultra 9 has 24 cores, which is the same as the i9 14th gen that we recommended last year. However, there are a few differences. The i9 did have more threads and a slightly higher boost clock speed for the P cores. In our testing though, we did find that the Core Ultra 9 was perfectly adequate for doing multicam productions like on our live show and with our lab testing. And it does have something really big going for it. It does have higher base clock speeds for the P and the E cores and higher boost speeds for the E cores, which is good news for vMix. Unfortunately, the fact of the matter is that the CPU manufacturers for laptops are pushing more towards power consumption and efficiency as opposed to pure computing power. However, this Ultra 9 is a pretty good balance, so moving forward, hopefully the Ultra 9s continue to be as good as this one. Now, when you get your new laptop, you're always pretty excited. Unbox it, open it up, start producing straight away. But there are a few adjustments worth making to your laptop before you start doing your productions. Now, we have a guide that I'll link in the description that will go through some of these things. Things like optimizing your power settings, removing bloatware, using a wired internet connection, and adjusting monitor refresh rates. These will help make your laptop experience much better. Oh, and now I'm going to bring old Tim, or younger Tim, I guess, for that age-old reminder. You're definitely going to want to keep your laptop plugged into the power and not use the battery. You're definitely going to want to keep your laptop plugged into the power and not use the battery. And of course, we plugged in our laptop. So make sure that you buy a laptop that has a power supply that allows you to plug it in.
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Yes? Me?
Plug in your laptop.
Ah, okay. Thanks for the reminder. Yes. Most importantly though, plug your laptop in. Laptops these days are fairly well equipped with ports and features, but before buying, just make sure it's got exactly what you need. Maybe you're using this for vMix and something else, so you might require something a little bit different. You might need it to travel, so keep all those things in mind when purchasing. You want to check for an RJ45 port so you can have wired internet. Check the port locations and the number of USB ports. Make sure you're happy with the weight of it. Make sure you're happy with the screen size and the resolution. Do you like the numpad like I do? And of course, if you're a WASD head, make sure it's suitably WASDed. Thankfully, the F16 laptop that we recommended has all of these features, so we think it's a pretty good option for the price point. Okay, so that's a wrap for 25, 26 laptops. If you're in the market for one, just make sure you follow our guidelines regarding the CPU, GPU, and advanced Optimus or a Mux switch. If you're looking for a laptop and you would like our opinion on it, you can email Heath's Helpful Laptop line via our website, which is just our regular support email form. You could always title your request with something like, "Help me out, Heath, I'd love to buy a laptop."
I love to help people.
When emailing, please include a link to the shop or the manufacturer's website that shows the exact laptop model that you're interested in buying. We'll take a look at the specs and let you know. Please don't just send us the name of the laptop, as quite often there's many different variants of the exact same laptop model. If you're bored and you want to let us know what laptop you use for your portable productions, feel free to drop us a comment. Also, I've been feeling lately that donuts are a little bit overrated. What do you think? I just feel like the market is a little bit oversaturated at the moment. Maybe it's just me. They used to sell cruffins at the local coffee shop, which is something that I could really get behind. Maybe I just need a donut detox for a bit. Don't forget our free trial on vmix.com and send us a support email from our support page if you have any vMix questions, laptop or not. Thanks for watching, and we'll stream you later.
I love to help people.